Okay, hopefully the five-step process is going all right with you guys. Check your answers, make sure it works out. Uh, the COVID data, which I said I was going to collect Friday, we'll wait till next week to complete that. Okay, so do not worry about it. Next week we have a case study and the COVID data. Okay, so it'll be pretty much a hands-on week. So any questions, we'll have to catch up with me or whatever. So no COVID data this week. Next Friday. All right. So we're gonna do a five-step process. We're testing with data. Okay. So data that they actually give you. So with this, we are on page 393, number 44. Okay. So page 393, 44. They're talking about fluorescent lamps. They give us 2, 4, 6, 8, 32 pieces of data. Okay. So 32 pieces of data. And what you want to do is hopefully you have your calculator. If you don't have your calculator, then you'll just have to do the same way you're doing the mean and standard deviation of the COVID data. So you plug everything in. Okay, like mine starts at 8,800, 9,155, 13,001. Okay, on and on and on. So you put all your data in, and then remember you go up here, okay, and you do your menu, 4, 1, 1. Okay, number list 1. Okay, X list is in A. First result column is C. That's okay, and then enter, and there you go. You have your mean. Okay, and of course we're going to use a sample standard deviation. Okay, so make sure you plug everything in if you have your calculator and get the mean standard deviation, sample standard deviation for all of these. Okay, so back to this. All right, my mean was actually 9,580.9, standard deviation 1722.4, but I'll address that when we move on. Okay, so 44 says the fluorescent lamp manufacturer guarantees that the mean life of a certain type of lamp is at least 10,000 hours. Okay, so this is number 44. All right, and it says that the mean is at least, mean is greater than or equal to 10,000 hours, and therefore mu is 10 less than 10,000. The null and alternate hypothesis, and then remember that's your claim. Mu is greater than or equal to 10,000. Mu is less than 10,000. Now these steps I show you, I have to see these exact steps. If you don't have them on the hand-in assignment, that's how you lose points. Okay, so make sure that you have everything exactly the way I have it. All right, so you have to have the 4 right there for step number 1. Step number 2, okay, again, here's your claim up here. Okay, so we have a left tail test, finally. Okay, so here's your left tail test. Okay, boom, boom, boom. My level of significance is 0.09, and my table, I look up 0.09, and I have negative 1.34. Okay, that's my Z critical value. Okay, now step 3, I have the Z equals. All right, now I told you the mean was 9580.9. So remember, we round it 1 decimal place further than the set of data. Okay, that's our rounding rule we're going to use. So since they rounded, or since they have values to the 1's place value, we're going to go to the tenths. Okay, so my mean is 9580.9 minus the 10,000 all over. My standard deviation was 1722.4 all over the square root of 32. That was my n. Okay, now remember, this is a Z value. Okay, so Z values always round to 2 decimal places. Negative 1.38, okay, is my Z value. Okay, so then remember, from a Z value, you go to a p-value. So what did I have? Negative 1.38. So negative 1.38 gives me 0.0838. And remember, you always shade away from the center. Okay? So I don't have to subtract that from 1. That's my cumulative area up to the negative value. Okay? And then I compare it to my 0.09. So 0.0838, 0.09 is less than or equal to. Okay? So since it's less than or equal to, you are going to reject the null hypothesis. Okay? Based upon your inequality symbol. So the last step, step 5. So in order to do the step 5, okay, you're rejecting it. And this time the claim is the null hypothesis. So since it's the null hypothesis, you look at your table. Always look at your table. So you reject, and there is enough evidence to reject the claim. And remember, that's fine for now. Okay? So and you don't have to put in all the context, but that'll come later. Okay? So there is enough evidence to reject the claim. Done. So this is exactly how I want the 5 steps written out. Make sure you have every single one accounted for. If you don't have something on the handed assignment, it just loses points. Okay? So I'm only going to give you 2 of them to do. So probably 10 points each. So each step is worth 2 points. So if you miss something, you lose a point or 2. Okay, so make sure you have it all. So I did 44. I want you to do 37 on page 392, number 37. Just the 5-step process. Okay? All right, good luck with that. I'll put that up by Thursday. And then remember, we have Google Meet on Thursday at 2 if anybody needs it. If anyone needs anything earlier than that, just let me know. Okay.